What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Geeks of the Brown discussion vidcast. I'm your executive producer, DeAno Jackson. We're going to be kicking things off this week with The Walking Dead episode 606, Always Accountable, and which is, well, at least it was better than last week's episode. Let's go ahead and introduce the rest of our panel, starting off with our editor-in-chief, Matt Moore. Matt, what did you think of this episode?
I thought it was really good. I mean, more happened before the opening credits in this episode than did the entire episode last week.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Isaiah, how about you, man? What did you think of this one?
Meh.
Okay, it is. Leroy, don't let me down. What did you think of this one?
I enjoyed it. Some plot points are coming to fruition, so it's cool.
Yeah, we're slowly but surely getting there. Last and most certainly not least, Todd Grundle. What did you think of this episode, Todd?
This episode was like creeper weed. Not that I know anything about that, but let me just say, for the next 2 years, this episode is going to keep kicking you in your ass.
Oh crap! It's Alan Moore. Oh, that's Todd. Never mind.
Oh, you're going to get it. Don't worry. I'm just waiting for the show to start.
I thought that was Alan Moore for a second. It's Alan Moore. Oh wait, it's Todd. Never mind.
But dude, you didn't catch the references, Isaiah?
In all honesty, I could care less.
I'm shocked of you, of all people. I thought you would pick up on all of it.
I got the reference. I just didn't care that much.
Dude, remember, half of the core of Alexandria is dead. So remember how we kept saying who is going to hook up with Rick? Well, let's put Rick to the back burner. Abraham is going for Sasha. Instead of a person in Alexandria, he's going to cheat on Rosita with Sasha. So that's going to rock her.
Okay.
No,
And then-
that's not going to happen.
Oh, that's going to happen.
No, it's not, because I don't even think Abraham's going to make it home, but that's jumping ahead.
Nah, I think...
Oh, really? You think he's going to die before he gets back to Alexandria?
Yeah, it's too fucking rosy. Everything's too peachy.
I know.
And I thought he was supposed to die in the scene with the bazooka. I thought they leaked that about a year ago, and the reports were that he fell and he died. And I'm thinking they changed that, because that really felt like a scene where somebody was going to die.
Yeah, someone did die. That zombie.
No, it was Tina. Tina died.
Dude, she was pointless.
I know.
Shut up and eat your food, Tina.
She was going to die regardless. Like, we kind of saw that coming. Like, she's going to die. Who knows?
She died in the most stupidest way.
Very obvious.
Why
Who's
do people
Tina?
do stupid shit? The girl who got bit in that burnt greenhouse.
Yeah, that was Tina.
Oh, that's Tina. Okay, it's like I didn't really catch any of their like names or anything because I didn't care all that much.
I need to know
Thank
that
you.
for sure.
I didn't
because
care either.
Hers was the only one mentioned. Tina's was the only one mentioned in the entire episode.
And you heard this with your ears? Because I've been reading
Yes.
everywhere. That
Yes,
it's all
I heard it.
Sarah.
Her name was Tina, and
Yeah.
they were trying to save, I think, someone named Pamela?
Yes,
Patty.
Pam.
Patty.
Pam. Who gives a fuck? She
But
did.
the other girl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Patty was in reference to that fuel truck that
that blew up.
Daryl found later on, the one that he drove up to pick up Abraham and Sasha with, because the license plate on it was Patty.
Right.
Yeah, so was the side of the truck. It said Patrick's Fuel Company.
Right. And
Yeah, but it's like but the driver's but the license plate itself was very specifically Patty, P-A-T-T-I, with like a number or so.
But that was a lot of
So
damage,
I'm
though.
fairly certain that that's actually what they were talking about, not an actual person.
I feel bad for the forest, though. Everything's all burnt and crispy. Walker's stuck to the trees.
No, they went to the fuel company.
Yeah,
They
no.
actually went to Patrick's Fuel Company, saw that there were zombies, realized that because they're zombies, the person they're looking for isn't there. Patty was probably the person in the fuel truck, but not the fuel truck itself.
Okay.
It's possible, but just based on what I saw, is like I'm thinking it was pretty specifically the fuel truck.
I'm sorry. I could give a two flying fucks about these characters.
Dude, we saw Dwight.
Okay.
We saw the
Elliot,
introduction
The only
of
thing you
Dwight.
have to say is, I don't give a fuck. You can leave the hangout.
I know, but you guys need me.
No, we don't.
Too bad. You do.
Add
Speak
something
for
to the
yourself,
discussion.
Lou.
Then.
Speak for yourself.
Just to
That
prove
has
how
a
much
very
we don't
good
need
point.
we're banned from talking for the next 5 minutes. We'll see how much we need you then. took care of that.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't catch it until Todd pointed it out because we never heard his name. But that's the character who's going to play Dwight towards the season finale. And the next time we see him, he should have a nice burnt side of his face, and his girl will become Negan's new wife.
And they referred to Negan. Speaking of new wife, did anybody catch that?
I don't think they referred to Negan because the person they called in that scene was Warren.
Nope, they referred to him when they said when the Cal guy's getting his arm cut off. Somebody says, talking about the other girl who was with Dwight, quote unquote. Somebody said he only likes ass that's willing.
I didn't even catch that.
I didn't catch it either.
I didn't either. I caught it from internet transcriptions.
Because, I mean, it's shaping up. They're really giving us a slow burn as far as this fucking Walker Wall thing. They need to get on with that shit already, because...
Oh, it's getting on. 120 miles an hour, says Norman Reedus, from this point on.
Oh, thank God, because seriously, it seems to be this... To get to where Daryl, Sasha, and Abraham is taking, like, 4 days.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I'm loving this season. I think it's very artful, and usually I think their art should be in quotes. I think they're a bit pretentious with it. I love the show for its pop value and camp value and stories and everything, but I don't know that its art always hits. But this year, I think it's definitely an expression.
An expression, how so?
It's just it's delivering its vision in an uncompromised way. You know what I mean? Like it's telling a story by not telling a story.
Okay.
It's dropping hints with it's going to come back to play later on.
There's hints. It's a non-linear story. You know, everything that's happening, it's all happening around about the same. You know, it's all concurrent. And what the end result, I don't really want to say until wild speculation, so I can't really give my full opinion right now. But what I believe they're going to do is this is all a build-up to something that's gonna leave everybody feeling dissatisfied. I think that's where the season's gonna end. It's gonna end with major. What the fuck was this?
I'm leaning more towards your theory of Daryl doesn't make it past the season finale. After what I watched last night, well, this afternoon.
That who doesn't?
Daryl. Yeah, I think they're gonna flip it, and instead of doing it with Glenn, kill Daryl off.
Ooh.
All right, now you're forcing me
interesting.
though. 'Cause I've been saying this because that's what you're talking about, right? I've been saying this for a long
You've been
time.
saying this for a good couple of years now, but now, after what we saw yesterday, him losing his crossbow and easily being duped a little bit, it's painting more of the picture that we're not going to kill Glenn. We're going to change it from Glenn, and since Daryl's really not a character in the comic, we could afford to kill him going forward because it might play more of a bigger impact versus Glenn's death.
Well, we're still trying to figure out if Glenn's alive or not. For people who don't know anything about movies or shows, we're still trying to figure that out.
I clearly agree 1,000-fold, but the funny thing is, the more now that is clear, I'm actually starting to think it's not going to happen, and now I'm back to thinking, and that's what I meant by desolate. Now I have to jump to it. I think that after everything with Glenn, we're going to get him back for a few episodes, and then he's gone.
I can see that happening.
Like,
Yeah,
I think that's the message they're giving. That's the story they're telling. Hope amongst the hopeless.
Right. Plus, with Glenn's more, yes, Daryl's one thing, but Glenn, it'd be more and more very personal. Pretty much, it would be hard to take in, unlike Daryl's death.
I mean, let's be real. Glenn has been around since day one, and he made it to 100 issues, and he was a focal point all the way up to that final issue he was in. I mean, they could flip it, because remember, the show has been good at flipping deaths.
Yeah,
and
but
killing people certain ways. I mean, dude, Tyrese went out like a man in the comic, went out like a punk in the show.
Oh yeah, because
Herschel went out like a punk in the comic, but went out like a true awesome ass way to die in the show.
I
So
wasn't
therefore,
dying punk in the comic books. He got shot regardless. It was execution style by the governor. So he didn't really die as a punk. He pretty much, it was sad to say he died pretty much as execution due to the surroundings of the governor's people. So he didn't really die as a punk. He's pretty much died as a person who died execution.
and then, dude, Herschel's character in the comic, he was an asshole. I like what they did with Herschel on the show. Made him that church-going type guy, more calm after being such an alcoholic and all that other shit. So they did him some justice because
they turned him from the pedophile Uncle Pete into fucking Santa Claus.
Basically.
Dude, they've taken certain characters who we've loved in the comic and they've made them weak on the show, and people who were
Carol's the #1 example there.
Yeah, she's made it this far, and I think she's going to be Rick's love interest.
Oh, no, I hope not. No.
Carol doesn't need love, and I think
No,
that's another point they'll make. She doesn't need love. She just needs to survive. And
she needs a knife and a gun. That's all she needs.
That's it. She's strong. She's hard as a rock.
I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah. She doesn't need nobody. She just needs a knife and a gun. That's all she needs.
I hope we don't have to wait till episode 8 to get Glenn back.
That's
what it's seeming like.
It is.
Yeah, it does seem like something like they're saving for the mid-season finale, if I had to make a guess.
That asks us a question then: was it Glenn that called for help?
No.
It's already been confirmed that it wasn't Glenn.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Well,
Okay.
Norman Reedus might have been joking, but I listened to that over and over on an isolated audio clip like a fucking lunatic.
I was more crazy.
I don't think it was Glenn's voice. I think it was Dwight.
Yeah, I think it is too.
They're saying Dwight stole Daryl's walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
And that Daryl was on Abe's walkie-talkie.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm not going to help him. Fuck
I know
him.
what they're gonna do. I just figured this out. A little bit of an early wild speculation is that that distress call is gonna lead to nothing. So it seems, and fucking Daryl and all them. I mean Dwight and all them. The Saviors are gonna be waiting and watching in the woods and follow them back to Alexandria.
It's possible, yeah. Also, if I'm not the only person that wishes that Abraham had sunglasses too, he had a cigar, he had everything else. Like, man, you need sunglasses to be like Duke Nukem, like, man.
Actually, it's like, I was actually thinking the exact same thing during that scene.
Dude, that scene was hilarious as fuck. When he started screaming in the zombie's face.
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting there. It's like Abraham. How about we kill the zombie first,
right?
Then get the RPG.
I got confused with that part. Like, dude, let's kill him.
But I love when he screamed into the zombie's face.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that'd be so cool. Like, he's for no reason got some sunglasses out. Like, sunglasses, cigar.
You like it, Isaiah? You have plenty of nice things to say.
You picking out of it, yeah.
Yeah, but plus Abraham got himself a new outfit, so that's good.
Hey, at least he was respectful and took off all the medals.
Yeah.
How to impress the sexy elf?
He didn't take off all those medals. Like, dude, don't put on the medals, no. That's too much. That's too much. Even for Apocalypse, that's too much.
I was gonna say, with that many medals, I didn't see the actual rank. With that many medals, we're talking like gunnery sergeant, like and higher.
Yeah.
Or like somewhere around in general.
That was a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
You guys are military. You can answer this question. Would it have been disrespectful for Abraham to wear the pins, or would it have been an honor?
Yes, it would.
Abraham being a military man himself, if he took,
he did not earn those ribbons though. Those aren't his to wear.
Right.
Now, if he wore, because he was former military, if he wore only the ribbons in which he had earned, then that would be fine, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have no problem with that.
He did it not to gloat, but he did it with the mindset of, this man is gone and I'm going to honor him. Like, even if he wore, like, the guy's name and...
No.
never posed otherwise, you guys would not like someone to do that.
No,
No.
not.
I wouldn't like it
I
either. I'm
just wanna know
sorry.
in case you guys die.
I would
and-
actually find that personally insulting.
Mm.
All right. So, Lou, you got that marked down? When the apocalypse comes and we raid their apartments, we know.
It'd be okay.
Don't
Trust
wear the
me.
medals. Don't wear the name tapes.
I would have totally. I'm telling you guys, if I was next to your guys' shit, you guys died in a zombie apocalypse, I would have warned them, thinking I was doing you the highest honor.
I mean, Abraham does have military background, but it's not like we don't know how far it goes to. So,
I heard he was a mechanic.
Well, then there's the other question: if Abraham was a civilian, would that have changed your opinion? If he didn't know any better?
No.
No,
No. All right.
I'm sorry.
No way around it.
Yeah. Civilians do dumb shit all the time. Just
Yeah,
from
like
a military standpoint.
let me get this rocket launcher. Knowing the fact it's pretty much a stupid idea, I'm still going to go get it.
But then again, it's like, I mean, I get pissed off like when I walk past places and they're flying an American flag and it's like old and raggedy. It's like, because that should have been retired a long time ago. It's like, that
Or
shit
don't
like
have,
legitimately
or nights
irritates me.
don't have proper lights.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
stuff
that is.
like that.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
or
but-
it's not down by, by about 2100. It's like
Yeah.
it shouldn't be flying at night at all.
Yeah.
Shit like that is like it's ingrained into you. It's like when you've been through what me and Matt have been through. Is so shit like that is like we might not say anything, but it's going to irk us.
Yeah.
I respect that, though.
Because civilians don't know no damn better.
But also, it was kind of funny though. But the walker who's behind that strong glass, like it proves the whole theory that walkers are not strong. They are pretty much weak. In horrors, yes, they got strength behind, but they're not strong. It's pretty much based in numbers. So that walker's like, damn, dude, you're very, very, very weak. So it's like, well, it's like because it goes back to like how Tyrese got jumped by that zombie. That zombie trying like, damn, that zombie's not that strong. And we see like, oh, that's right. These walkers are so weak. That they
Okay,
can't
but see,
break-
here, this is where you're wrong. If you're freshly turned, you're still somewhat strong. The walker behind the glass has probably been in that room for a long time.
Same with-
See, I was going
same
to
with-
ask if he's talking about the room glass or the one who were melted under the greenhouse glass.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the office glass, not the greenhouse
Well, you
glass.
just made me realize something because you guys know that they've been saying everything is written, like you can figure out the puzzle to Walking Dead. This is why I've become so obsessed because they've turned it into a puzzle. And if you look
It's
in
like
the
Alan Moore.
background of things, and in that scene, the writing on the wall said something like, "I'm glad to have provided a service to humanity." Think about how Abraham felt after getting all that shit to bring back to Alexandria. Think about what he said to Sasha. Right now, he feels as happy to have been a service to his, society. So,
Right.
True.
and then that guy died, and somehow in his service. I don't know. I think that might be some sort of clue. I haven't figured it all out yet, but there it is. Put the rest of the
Also,
pieces together. That might be Abraham's death.
And Isaiah, we don't know if that's double pane glass. We don't know whether or not it's glass at all.
I thought Sasha said it though. No,
Okay.
matter of fact, I thought she said it because she said like it was
It
plexiglass
could be
or
What did
plexiglass.
Sexy Elf say?
Yeah. It was probably plexiglass or something.
yeah, which is again
Because like normal glass is not that hard to break at all.
Yeah.
if you know how to do it, yeah.
But if you can trip and fall down and break regular glass, dude, it's really not that complicated. You don't have to know how to do it. Can you do this? Yes, you know how to break glass.
But did you guys catch the little Easter egg to the co-creator of the Swamp Thing?
No, I did not.
No.
The walker that Daryl killed.
Oh, the one with the
Oh.
Cherokee Rose on him.
Oh yeah, it was like man, that was a really cool art design behind that walker with all that fungus and everything. I really liked that a lot. Like
I
That's
didn't
so
know
cool.
that. What is the confirmation on that, Lou? Is there anything, or is that just speculation? 'Cause
No, comic book movies.
I love me some Swamp Thing.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like, I
that's
thought that was just
on the
more
site.
of a
I'll link it to you
callback
later.
to the whole Daryl and Carol thing.
no, matter of
Because
fact, yeah, look at that Swamp Thing.
something that was their thing, and I'm not familiar with how that's a Swamp Thing reference.
Well, I think maybe they're talking about the look of him, but the thing definitely. Oh, because doesn't the Swamp Thing have shit growing out of him? Maybe that
Yes,
was
he
him.
does. Yes,
So
he does.
since-
He has a flower too. Yes.
But yeah, so what do you guys think that means? They didn't put the Cherokee Rose there for no reason.
It's pretty much like a saying.
Yeah, all that was an Easter egg. That
Yeah.
was like that one I did catch. That was just a throwback to to Daryl / Carol. The Cherokee Rose was their thing, like last season or a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
It held social significance for that.
Probably fall more into the Swamp Thing too, because if it's not a significant, like a hint, then it's probably an homage within an homage.
Could be.
And also, actually,
I don't like Swamp Thing enough to care.
Yeah, Swamp Thing's not a big character, but it was still nice though. But like the first thing I want to ask you guys that once Dwight and I forgot her name.
Sherry.
And Tina were trapped between like some mysterious group. We're gonna call it maybe the Saviors, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's like this has got to be the Saviors at this point.
Yeah, they have to be because they're too organized. They were just too organized.
They said Neil. They said, well, Daryl said it, but that was a hint because you have to kneel before Negan, and they specifically said the words kneel before.
But then those guys actually see Daryl help them out there, or they was very far away in the forest that he couldn't see him. I was just wondering.
Who did what to your parts?
When the Saviors, quote unquote, surrounded Dwight and his friends, did they not see Daryl help them out of that situation, or they didn't really see him at all?
No, they didn't see. It didn't look like it.
I
I don't know how the guy's creeping up and behind in the woods. I was like, oh, well, Daryl's fucked now. I thought he was coming out to retreat, and then he comes out in the middle of a clearing and goes, come on, guys, let's go this way.
Right. I mean, it wasn't all hide and seek. Like he was pretty much plain sight. Like,
Speaking of the woods, I couldn't get over. Am I the only one who kept wondering why the fuck they kept walking in the burnt woods when just 5 feet away from them was clear woods?
Right, I didn't get that either.
Every scene that you could see the border of the clear woods and the burnt woods. So that tells me no matter where they were walking, they could have been in a non-burnt area.
Yeah, it's like breadcrumbs, really. Like, okay, this is where they're going to. Okay, I see their footprints. I see this and that.
Yeah,
they went this way.
Breadcrumbs, that you're gonna leave more of a footprint walking in soot than you will walking in the forest. Ow!
And
stop trying to fuck yourself up, Todd.
Yeah.
And then the last question I want to ask is that once the zombie had that RPG on him, it was trapped, and he pretty much the fence pretty much sliced him in half, and RPG was still hanging on the fence. I mean, is that really technically possible? I mean, because
it was around his shoulder, and when he slipped off, it stayed around the pole because it was already over there in time and space.
Weird. It's just because I thought for sure because I thought for sure that the fence was not caught on the RPG at all. It was just stuck on the walker itself and nothing else, and it was gone. But somehow miraculously, the RPG was there. Like, wow, the luck system is great. But that's just me.
Because I wonder exactly how long that walker was just hanging out, literally there,
right,
with the RPG strapped to him.
Because that thing is heavy. That thing is not light. It's heavy.
It's heavy-ish.
Well, if you're a walker,
I suppose.
Because you have no muscles. And things like
hence,
that.
it all tore apart with a little.
It's about 20 pounds or so. Plus, it was loaded, maybe 25, 22.
It was loaded, which is wow. But
yeah, my thought is now they have a truck of fuel and 4 RPGs. That's just a whole big recipe for Horde Be Gone.
I don't think the truck has fuel in it.
It has to have fuel in it. It has to.
No, didn't you hear what Dwight said? They lit a trail and they dumped most of the fuel out, so they probably let out all the fuel, and that's why you have that long burnt trail.
But you could be lying,
that
though.
That long burnt trail led back to that greenhouse.
It didn't necessarily have to be out of that particular truck, because it seems to me that if they used that particular truck to do all that, and they know where it was.
No, they seem like idiots and they lose their place.
So could their fire have killed those 2 kids, or was it definitely an act by Wade and gang?
I don't know.
You're talking the ones that were encasing glass. It was definitely the fire.
Right,
but the fire caused by the truck.
Yes. Well, we don't know if it was that truck, but yes.
So then they killed their own friends accidentally.
Yeah.
In a sense, yes. But it would have been cool if we actually saw at what they did, and pretty much we see the whole fire engulf the forest. That would have been cool, but again, we never saw it. I mean, it would have been cool in my book. We would be like, oh, that's so cool. Look at all this destruction. But
those
like,
I don't need to see it.
walkers were pretty fucking cool. The way they looked like Cenobites, and then they shattered. And
yeah, that was cool. That was epically cool. And then for goodness sake, why in the world did y'all stop Tina? Like, Tina, stop going next to the zombies. Please stop. Stay where please stop.
Your food, Tina, you fat lard.
Right, like Tina, stop. Okay, whatever. Tina.
Honestly, you knew that she was a character that wasn't going far. She needed to be on insulin shots, so there was like an easy way to just get rid of her.
Yeah, she's not gonna last too long. If it was a real scenario, she was not gonna last long in that world. Like, you're not. Sorry,
well, that's just it. Is during that scene when we first go to that greenhouse. The only thing going through my mind, and DeAno saw it as well, is all the materials that were in that greenhouse, like ceramic, glass, wood, basically from Fallout 4.
We were looking at through it Fallout 4 vision, like 100%.
Like this is Fallout 4 now.
Like, what do we break this down into?
The whole damn force is like Fallout 4.
Yeah, basically.
I'm sorry.
If I can find a little bit of circuitry, I can make a radio.
No,
or watch it.
Duct tape. Where's the fucking duct tape?
Oh God, that piece of bullshit. Oh God.
It's one thing I'm constantly running out of.
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen has AIDS.
that's nothing new.
I'm going to start being shocked at that any minute now.
Right, like, oh God, he has AIDS.
Charlie Sheen fucks everything that walked. I'm surprised
even on that
doesn't
cocaine.
actually explode.
Like cocaine, crack, and tiger blood, which has AIDS. Eli?
Stop talking about Todd's hero.
Yeah, really.
No, Todd's hero is Alan Moore. Because look at him. He pretty much look as Alan Moore. If there was a biography,
You've said that like 7 times now. None of us have acknowledged it or laughed or thought it was funny.
But that's the point behind it, though. There's a point behind it. There's a point.
I'm going to regret this. What's the point?
See, if there's a biography film for Alan Moore, they can always cast Todd. Look at him. Look at Todd. Look at him. See? Or pretty much he can be the next Rob Zombie biopic. It could either happen, man. He got that look.
I'd say all white people don't look alike.
No, he got the hair, got the long shaggy hair, he got the hobo look, he got everything.
I think it's time to black him out.
I'm already black enough.
I think all white people look alike. Look at Matt and Lou.
They're fucking twins.
Lou's not white.
I'm not white, but whatever.
So we've already done a little bit of it, so we're going to go ahead and kick it in like the full-on speculation mode at this point.
They're going to have the RPG and the fuel to take out the Horde, and then they're not going to take out the Horde. They're going to need it for a larger battle at the end of the season.
Interesting.
Well, like end of the mid-season or end of the season fully?
I think end of the season fully.
Okay.
Well, okay, that'd be cool. I do think maybe it's a speculation if Dwight was pretty much saying help on Daryl's radio, and they do actually come by and help him, and out of nowhere, again, Duke Nukem, he's taken out. Out of nowhere.
I don't see Duke Nukem dying this early.
I mean,
I think he makes it all the way till at least the middle of next season.
Or pretty much because maybe the quote-unquote saviors have Glenn. We don't know what happened to Glenn, so...
No one has Glenn. If anybody's going to help Glenn, I'm going to run with Todd's theory, and it's going to be Jesus.
Oh, Lord. Okay, which type of Jesus? I mean, the cool Jesus or the other Jesus,
The only Jesus. Paul
Seriously,
Jesus,
you dickhead.
There you go. Oh, duh, Lou. Relax. I'm having fun here. Relax, man. Always freaking out every time.
I think that Abraham is going to go at the mid-season finale, and I think there's going to be a lot of character deaths this year.
The reason why I don't want Abraham to die just yet, because I want him to die the way he did in the book, with the fucking crossbow arrow through the fucking eye.
Me too, but picture this. Picture sexy elf. Maybe she even had a moment. Maybe Abraham and her had a moment together, and they like made out in anticipation of him breaking up with Rosita. Her walking back to Alexandria carrying all that fucking gear, and then that gear being used later to fend off the Saviors. I think that's a pretty cool. It's not the same death, but I don't know. I think he will have served his worth, unlike Tyrese, who got shortchanged. I think Abraham got his due.
He will be soon, hopefully.
He'll be missed, but he had a ride.
But to be fair, the group is going to lose to the Saviors a lot. If it does before wishing, they're going to lose regardless, because they got too much manpower, and they got a smart leader who is just who's engulfing pretty much his madness. So it might be an interesting plot point. It'll be cool. Our heroes lose all the time to the very last moment.
Alternate wild speculation is, what if Sophia and Abraham don't make it back to Alexandria with the RPG? What if those get stolen from them on the way?
It's possible.
And all of a sudden, Negan now has 4 fucking RPGs and possibly a fuel truck. Because that would be a way to end the fucking mid-season finale.
I feel that's just an amped up version of what happened with Aaron and the book bag.
Yeah.
Possible.
Same emotions, larger scale, but one of them regrets it. It was kind of his fault. I think that's, and I don't think that fits in with the current mode of story.
Well, I hope they don't do that again, because again, I don't blame Aaron for that, because that stuff happens no matter what. But if you got, say, like you got an RPG and you got ambushed by some people and you leave it behind due to the ambush, then yeah, I kind of would blame you, because pictures are one thing, but a rocket-propelled grenade launcher, that's another thing too, because that's 10 times more dangerous. Like, yeah, that's dangerous. That brings more walkers too.
I
lot
got
more.
something for you. What if that voice that we hear saying help is actually Jesus using Glenn's radio to try to get help for them?
Now that
That would be cool.
is a very fucking possible and hopeful speculation. I hope that's right.
I hope that is right too, because that'd be cool to see Jesus.
Oh, we're seeing him.
I know.
Already saw him.
Can't wait. I just can't wait for Jesus.
Can I give a brief, far advanced wild speculation, but just to get it out there? I think I'm calling this maybe 2 years in advance, but at the end of the all-out war story arc, the one this episode began, like I said earlier, this episode began something we're going to talk about for the next 2 to 3 years. I can almost promise it.
Okay.
Lou thinks maybe 4 years. I think he thought, but
Well, no, remember, it's not 4 years. They time jump 4 years after All Out War.
Yeah, but you said the all-out war is going to last 3 years or so?
I'd say I'm 2 to 3 years like you.
Well, right there at the end of it, Rick is going to die. That's my speculation.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's a cool.
Okay.
I'll explain more in during the next 2 years, so keep watching, folks.
Yeah, mark this episode. Well, it's like, based on a wild speculation like that, it's like I see no better place than to go ahead and wrap things up for this particular episode. Some housekeeping notes before we do that. Due to our editor-in-chief and my schedule, all of our live broadcasts for most of our discussion Vidcast, we usually take place between about 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Rather than our later time that we've been using since, we started Geeks It Around. Sorry about that, folks, but it is what it is. It just is what it is. Past that, Past that, it's like we got 2 more episodes of The Walking Dead until the mid-season finale. Geeks It Around will be with you every step of the way, geeksitaround.com. If you have anything for us, you can always shoot us an email, geeksitaround@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail on our message line. That number is 801-609-GOTR. Again, that is 801-609-4687. Also, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media feeds, YouTube, Google+, Facebook, Twitter. We're Geeks It Around on all of that. So until next time, y'all be good.
Bye-bye.